Hey Sonny here. Today I want to do a review on my new guitar. I got a used. It's a PRS S2 series and single cut. So let me give you a quick overview, and I'm gonna bring the guitar closer and give you more details, and then we're gonna play to show what it sounds like. Basically, what we have here is a mahogany body and maple top. And the neck is also mahogany neck, and the fretboard is rosewood. And the neck scale is 25 inch, so it's longer than a Gibson, but it's shorter than a Fender. So a Gibson's 24/75, I believe. Fender is like a 25. So this is a 25 inch scale neck. So it's got 4-way switch. It's got two volume knob and 2-tone knob for each pickup, and then they also the tone knob also can pop out, which is the split coil to give a single coil sound with the humbucker. And you got a switch over here. Top position is the neck pickup. Bottom position is the breech pickup. And the fixed, there's a fixed breech with this particular model. This is a 2014. I know the newer model has adjustable breech. This was a fixed breech. So yeah, it's a beautiful guitar. The color is elephant gray. It's got the Paul Reed Smith locking tuner on top, and and also you can see the Paul Reed Smith beautiful logo right there. It shows single cut. Another thing, really important thing to mention is that this guitar is a U.S. made. It's made in Maryland. The S2, the S stands for Stevensville, Maryland. So the guitar is made in Maryland. So it's assembled, set up in the USA. The only thing is that some of the hardware is foreign, but they are still great, great hardwares. The pickups, number 7 bass and treble pickups. They're custom one in China, I believe. The breech itself is actually that's the American piece right here. So some of the hardwares and the wire is overseas, but the guitar itself is US. So it's made in USA. For a brand new guitar like this, it will cost you about $1,400 to $1,500. You can get one. I got this for about used about $800 to $900. You can get that. The net joint is glued on. It's beautiful net joint. So it's just a very beautiful guitar, and not just because it's beautiful. It's the tone is excellent. So I'm gonna talk through that later. I want to bring the camera up closer. So yeah. So this is the PRS S2 single cut with the birds of prey inlay. Also, in case you were wondering, there are dots on top of the fret on the guitar on the neck, so you can see where your position is. So you won't lose sight of that if that's what you worry about. So you have the birds of prey plus the dots on top of the neck. The neck itself is a little fatter than probably what you usually used to. If you're used to a Les Paul neck, this shouldn't make any difference. Personally, I'm used to thin neck for shred stuff. I'm used to a fatter neck. You get pros and cons of both. A thicker neck has a more tone to it, more sustain. So this guitar is all about tone and all about sustain. So if that's your focus, and so this might be the guitar you should look for. So yeah. So let's take a look at the PRS S2 up close. So let's kind of talk through why you would want to buy an S2. Well, first thing is that this is a US made guitar. Again, if you look for a used one, it's under $1,000. So basically, you get a quality US made guitar for under $1,000. So if you're looking for to buy a US guitar, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. You still want a quality guitar that puts out a lot of tone. I suggest you this would be a good recommendation for you. Even if you buy a brand new, it's about $1,400. That is still well below what you would normally pay for a US guitar. Again, that's because some of the hardware is from overseas, but don't let that stop you, because you can always replace the hardware pieces. The main thing is that the wood, everything about this guitar is up to PRS standard. There's nothing shortcut about this, except they did cut back on some manufacturing cost on some of the techniques on finishing, and plus the way the woods are put together, and the necks are standardized. Unlike the chord, you have the custom 22, 20, 24 thin or thicker neck. This is all the neck for the S2 series is standard 25-inch long, same thickness, 22 frets. So that's why. Another thing that you want to think about is that if you want a guitar to give you good tone and good sustain, this is the guitar to consider. Also, the neck, it's a little thicker, but that gives you better tone that way. The thicker neck sounds better. One thing about this guitar is there's not a whole lot of moving part. I love the single cut because you have more wood attached to the neck on top instead of double cut away, because most of the stuff is played down here at the bottom anyway, to reach up, so it's fine, not a big deal. And also it's a fixed bridge. You sacrifice some of the intonation because you're not single string adjustable, but you can adjust it with the Allen wrench at the bottom of the fixed bridge. You can adjust the height of the bridge, but when I got this guitar, it's completely set up, it's ready to go. I didn't have to do anything to it, and it was perfect. And like I say, the less moving part you have, the more sustain that you have. So we got a fixed bridge. I think that's really important to your tone. It contributes to the sustain and tone. Also, the neck joint, the way that the neck joint is together, glue on with the curve right here, it's just perfect. So that's the reason why I got it. And the neck itself, although it's a new guitar, or I bought this one used, but it feels like a used neck. It feels like a worn down neck. It feels like you've been playing it for a while. It's a very comfortable neck. So don't let the thickness of the neck distract you. Say, oh, I don't know about that, but I like thick neck because it give us a good sustain. And if you get used to it, it's a very comfortable neck, dude. Everything just right. So the only thing that's strange to me is that the bridge volume is behind right here. There's pros and cons to that. That way you won't hit the volume button to knock it out of tune. To knock the volume down. So the volume of the bridge is down here. I'm used to my volume right here, but so that takes a little for me to get used to. And the volume right here is for the neck pickup. So, and the roll off is a little tight, up and down. It's not a low friction knob. You got a two-tone right here, and you got a pop up for split coil. Everything just feels very solid, very quality. It's a lot of quality to it. It's a well-built guitar, so nothing feels cheap on this thing at all. Like I say, if by use is under $1,000. The number 7 pickup, it sounds great as it is. I recommend it. You don't even have to replace those pickups at all. They are just as good as any aftermarket pickups or US made pickups, and they're just great guitars, great pickups. So yeah. So before we start, let's go through it acoustically so you can hear what it sounds like without plugging in. So you can hear the guitar in its acoustic form, okay? It's a very loud guitar, even when you play it without the amp. Oh, by the way, my guitar is tuned to drop C sharp. Alright, so let's plug the guitar in and see what it sounds like with the amp on. Okay, one more thing I want to mention before I start playing through the amp is that the guitar comes with a soft case. It's a PRS soft case. It's a very nice padded, very it's a quality soft case. If you do want a hard case, a Les Paul case fits perfectly for this. I have a Les Paul Custom, and I took the Les Paul out. I put the PRS Singlecut into the Les Paul case. Fits perfectly. So I ordered a SKB-56. That's the model number. It's an SKB Les Paul style guitar case for this guitar. So I think it's going to work out. So I should get it in a few days, and I'll do a video on it so you can see how it fits. But anyway. So if you want a hard case, you have to order one. Any Les Paul case should work. Okay, so let's get right to it. Let's start with the humbuck, the bridge pickup at full volume, at full tone. So let's do the split coil on the bridge pickup. So this is we're coming out, pop it back in. So this is in, out, in, out, okay. So let's move on to the neck pickup. A full blast neck pickup. Okay, so now neck pickup with the split coil. Pop it out. It's a little noisy here. We can hear it because we go from humbucker to single coil. So in, out, so let's roll down the volume so get a little more acoustic tone to it, so it's a little lower volume. So this is the single coil, the split coil, neck pickup out. In, out, in, so those are the different combinations. You can actually combine them together. You put a switch in the middle. And then you can get both pickups together, and you can have one with split coil, one is humbucker. And it's, the combination is endless. You can do like a kill switch too, just like so you can do like a kill switch where you can have the, let's just say you have the volume all the way down on the neck pickup, and then you have the bridge pickup all the way up on the volume. So you can do this. So it's it plays like a Les Paul. The way the knobs are, it's a lot like a Les Paul. But it has the also the quality of a high-end Paul Reed Smith guitars, and also has some quality of the Fender Strat because you can do it the split coil as well. So so this guitar is very versatile. You can do a lot. And also one more thing, I love the way that it cut at the bottom of this guitar. I don't know if you guys should see it. There's a little cut right here. There's a very nice. Your hand just goes right through it. It's just perfect. So it's very nice. And the shape of the guitar, like I said, it's got a little curve on the side. Just a beautiful body. I couldn't say any more how elegant I think this guitar is. It's just a beautiful, very elegant classic guitar for under $1,000 used. I mean, where are you going to get that, right? So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And let me know what you think. Please comment on the video at the bottom if you like this PRS S2 or any thoughts and comments. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.